ingredients in there seems stuff that you grow in a garden too.
Yeah. Well, and I'm trying to use the things that I have instead of spending money.
Yeah.
And it's difficult sometimes too because you have to go out there and pick in all kinds of stuff, but it's really rewarding. Really rewarding. And another thing I found too is that if you take so you know how like you let zucchini sit out, everybody has tons of them, they're trying to give them away at the end of the summer. If you let it sit out for a couple days, it'll get kind of soft on the outside, and it's not actually like decomposing. What's happening is the water is coming out of it. So if you cut that sucker open, you can just pull the seed pack out, and then you don't even have to grill the zucchini strips for noodles.
Huh.
You can shave them down and use them for noodles in anything, pasta, whatever. And I don't even heat them up. The only thing I heat up is my sauce. So.
And that's under veggie too?
Right. I mean, and it's kind of weird too because I never thought that I would be eating like this. I love bread. I'm not even gonna pretend like I don't. I work at a bread shop. Like it's my favorite thing. But it's something that is not that good for me. I need to find a healthier substitution. And I think if people just take the time and look around your kitchen, whatever, and experiment. It's fun. Cooking is fun, and I think people just don't take the time to do it enough. You know?
Right. And it's
Yeah.
there's like beans and rolling meadows and rice.
Yeah.
I'm curious, when you make the
Marvin's, everyone dances like this.
flour?
No, I use canned chickpeas. You can use fresh chickpeas, which I would recommend more. I just didn't have the time to do that because you have to soak them and then go through the whole process. But yeah, I just use canned chickpeas, and I would definitely recommend if you try making these. It's not that hard, but you're gonna want a food processor. I tried to use my blender, and it was like, no, dear God, please stop, making like all kinds of crazy noises. So, but it's not that hard of a process. And I used like melted chocolate that I melted on top of my stove, and regulated the amount of sugar that went into the bittersweet chocolate because I don't know how much sugar they're putting in, and also their sugar is refined and mine is coconut palm sugar. And I would rather have that in my body instead of something that's gonna make my blood sugar go, So it's not that difficult, but there's tons of recipes out there. You just gotta find them, And one of a really good website that I go to is called tastespotting.com. Tastespotting.com, and you can just type in an ingredient and it'll pull up like I'm talking 55 pages of different recipes you could find. You can type in like gluten-free or vegan or whatever you have in the house, just start with a couple of the things that you have and it'll pull up recipes that are good for you from all over the world, and they taste good. And they have beautiful pictures, which is just like, you get to see what the end product will kind of look like. Because not everybody is perfect at making perfect pictures. Yeah.
So when you were speaking of gluten-free, do you know about how the reason why we're not supposed to have gluten is it collects in our spines as part of the reason we have back problems? It's one of those grains we're not actually meant to eat. The ones we're supposed to are like certain rices. I don't know what other ones. Wild rice. Do you know of other types of grains like that? Because there's only two I know of, but every other one, like the wheat, barley, oats, all those things, those collect in our spine, and we're not. We created them. We're not even actually supposed to eat this stuff. Yeah, and it makes us, that overt agriculture, so we have too much time.
Do you think everybody's like unique and people have different like flows that they have? Like, because I'm learning about that everybody is a piece, and like some people like grounding foods like really work, like potatoes, things that come from the ground, like carrots. Yeah. And some people like air foods work, and like some people like
please have many of those.
So you know of other ones besides wild rice?
I'm trying to think off the top
Yeah, I know
of my
it's
head.
hard.
We have my grandmother
I've heard of
has
other
a
stuff.
recipe for something called groats, but I don't remember
Groats.
what the little grains or whatever they are that's in there.
Mhm.
They're really tiny and brown. No, they're not barley. I think it's bulgur wheat.
But you can look up groats. I mean, actually, you'll find them under that name.
No, there's a recipe called, she calls it groats.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure aren't those called groats though?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Well,
Anyway.
groat is certainly a type of grain that you can buy.
So how do they taste?
They're delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Decadent.
So what did you tell them what all that?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Awesome, good deal. I was out, so.
What's in it again?
It's chickpeas, and then you have coconut palm sugar, and then baker's chocolate. Yeah, chickpees.
Instead of the wheat.
Yeah,
Right?
instead of
It's
flour.
good too, like, right? I had an orgasm when I ate their
Also-
second batch. I was like, already knowing, and then she got all bubbled, butthurt, all,
And
you
applesauce.
ruined it. And I'm like, I knew it was organic, all that good stuff. It was freaking awesome. Yes, I'll have one.
Does anybody have any questions?
I do.
Or any input?
How do you feel about brown rice for sugar?
I think brown rice is okay. As far as like the body processing